Hey again, everybody. It's our weekly conversation here with Father Hayatsu, Q&A. Again, you have the opportunity to ask some questions at any point in the comments, and we will answer them. I will ask them straight up right here, any question you have at all about anything going on in the world. What we're going to talk about today is our successful event we had last week with the Archdiocese called Theology on Tap. Basically, what the deal is we bring a whole bunch of young adults to the parking lot of St. Francis because whether it's COVID or we have some renovations or something going on, the parking lot's a great place to have a lot of people be outside, drinking, eating, listening to music, and having a really insightful, thoughtful talk by somebody. So last week we had our first Theology on Tap event. It was with Reverend Christy Chapman from the Mission to Seafarers. She gave a talk on the topic of making the invisible visible, because when you're a seafarer out at sea for months, no one sees you, no one knows who you are, but you're doing a really essential, vital service of bringing people's goods to them. You're literally on a ship bringing people's goods to them. I myself have gone on a couple of these visits to these ships where we bring them goodie bags, a lot of religious material, Bibles, rosaries, things like that. There's lots of Catholics on these ships. And Reverend Christy came and talked to our group of young adults about the importance of ministering to these people, showing them love, showing them grace. And her presentation was, I think, pretty inspirational to not just seek out work for seafarers, but other people and other things in life that are invisible. I think a lot about how we sort of have an invisibility around homelessness. We don't, I don't want to see homelessness, or invisibility around mental health issues, or, that's their problem, we don't need to worry about that. So how can we sort of minister to people's needs that are invisible to us, but certainly not to them? Father came to the Theology on Tap towards the end and came and visited with folks, and I'm just curious what your thoughts were on seeing under 40-year-olds everywhere.
I know, it was amazing. I wasn't there by purpose. I was there because I was trying to get into my garage after golfing. And here are all these young people out there with beer and food, whatever they're eating. And
Filipino food.
Filipino food.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because all the people in the boats are Filipino people? And
maybe. Or lumpia is just amazing.
Oh, yeah, it is. Good stuff. So, so it was really interesting for me to see young people. And we don't have young people gathering around here very often at church. And to see the young people looking happy, talking to each other, and I didn't get to hear the talk, but I met the Reverend Christy.
Mm-hmm.
She had her Roman collar on, or Episcopal collar on, and I had my golf collar on. So it was kind of a strange meeting in that sense. But she was a very nice person, and I know her predecessor, Father Tony Haycock, who used to do this ministry for Catholic sea people. So, it was very interesting. I talked to a couple of those people for a few minutes, and I had to warn them that we have priests living in the rectory, and don't go too late with the music and the noise, because they are trying to go to sleep pretty soon. And so anyway,
this was really cool because, like Father said, there were 40 under 40-year-olds. We had tons of young adults in the parking lot at St. Francis, and we went from 5 until we shut the music down to 9:30. We could have gone till midnight. This was, like you said, there was a lot of people having fun. And I wish I took a picture of you next to Reverend Christy, because she had her collar on. He didn't, though, but it would have been cool to have this picture of Reverend Christy and Father right next to each other. Oh, and you're talking about her predecessor to the Mission to Seafarers.
Tony, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So Father Tony was a pastor at St. Mary's, where I grew up, in the central area of Seattle. And he was from Ireland. And he ministered to those folks, as well as being the pastor there at St. Mary's.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's so I do a ship visit every other Friday. I started them leading up to Reverend Christie's talk for Theology on Tap. the Mission to Seafarers is a super vital ministry. Check it out. Consider donating. Consider putting together goodie bags. Consider volunteering. It's super easy. Get in touch with Reverend Christie, and you can go do a ship visit too. You literally get to go onto the port, go up into the ship, and say hi to these workers and give them some much needed material.
So you didn't notice that there are a lot of Filipinos there?
No. On the ships though, lots of Filipinos on the ships. Yeah.
Yeah, the workers.
Yes, the workers.
Yeah.
80% Filipino.
Yeah, and that's why Father Haycock was ministering to all the Catholics, Filipino Catholics that were there.
Oh yeah.
The others. So yeah.
Yeah, these ships are really international, but mostly Filipinos.
Yeah.
And when you bring them rosaries and you bring them New Testaments and you bring them the daily bread readings, they get really excited because they've been at sea for months without it. Communion, these are very hardcore Catholics, and imagine going without communion for 3 months.
So you brought him communion?
Deacon Joey brings them communion.
Oh, okay.
Out of St. Edwards. He's the deacon out of St. Edwards.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was thinking, well, Reverend Christie was bringing communion from the St. Mark's Cathedral.
No. The Catholic communion. Go watch our video from last week about the conversation around communion and the Eucharist. But yeah, we had our first Theology on Tap last week. Next month on July 15th, and I'll put out more information about this, we're bringing Father Casey Cole. He's a millennial Franciscan priest to St. Francis here to do Mass and to do an event. Be on the lookout for that information. Father Casey Cole. It'll be a really exciting event. Really excited for it.
Great. See you there.
See you there.